everyone over at Wells Fargo. My name is Natalia Carrasco. I'm here reaching you from Pacific Community Ventures. I'm the director of our business advising program, and I'm here today to tell you about our business advising program and how this is an opportunity for you to give back to our small business community and join us in our mission. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our program, how you may join, and why it's a good idea, and then we'll hear from one of your own team members. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. So today I'm going to tell a little bit about who we are, like I was saying, our impact, how this all works, and then we'll hear from an actual success story, and then we'll hear from one of your colleagues, Ben Barnes. So who is PCV? We're a nonprofit. We've been around for 22 years, and we envision a world of thriving communities where everyone has a fair shake. So we've been working on making markets work for working people, and we go about this mission through three programs that come together. Our fair lending program, where we give loans to small business owners that are typically rejected by regular banks. We have our social impact measurement and field-based research, a research and consulting firm. And then we have our free mentorship and skill volunteerism program, our businessadvising.org. That's where you come in, and that's what this is all about, where we connect small business owners with business professionals that are looking for ways to give back to the community and share their skill sets and their know-how with small business owners. So let's talk numbers. I know you all can relate to this. So this is a little bit of our impact. Last year, we served over 770 small business owners across all 50 states that come from all different regions and industries. 29% of them showed job growth, 74% were profitable or broke even, 68%, like 2/3 of them increased their revenues, the business's revenue. And the great thing is that we also track all of this data when they're first coming into the program. So we're able to track all of their progress. And we saw, as you can see in all this number, there's a lot of really great work done by these small businesses. Over 4,000 jobs were created or retained. Our supported businesses are paying really good hourly wages, and 86% of them reported that working with us has helped their businesses. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about the specific impact of our business advising program. We did a pilot where we partnered with an organization called ICIC, they're a national accelerator, and we offered the opportunity to access an advisor through businessadvising.org through some of the program participants, and then we compared the performance of those businesses versus the ones that didn't have an advisor. So they were very similar small businesses otherwise, and we saw that the businesses that had mentors were almost double as likely to create jobs. They grew revenue and on average 14% higher than those that didn't. And the two companies that had the highest revenue growth in all of our California program were the ones were matched with business advisors. The whole pilot was in California. And also the three biggest job creators were part of our program. So we were able to have the kind of like a control experiment and get to see the impact of the business advising work. So this is where you can come in. I'm going to tell a little bit more about how it works. I always say that we're the match.com of skill-based volunteering, but there's a little bit more to that, because while we're tech-enabled, we utilize technology and data every step of the way, but we're very much people-driven. The way that it works is that you can sign up, tell us online at whatever time, just go in and fill your application by yourself online. Tell us a little bit about you, your skill sets, your tools, who you're looking to help, who do you feel like you're best suited to help. And after that, we schedule a phone call with you, with a real human being. So that gets to know you as a human, gets to talk with you about who are the communities you want to help, what are your strengths, etc. And then all of this data goes into our proprietary algorithm that suggests up to 5 potential matches. And our small business owners do the same thing. They fill out their application, they meet with a real human being from our relationship management team. And then while our algorithm suggests the top 5 matches, a real human being that has talked to you is the person that will actually select the actual person that we suggest you work with. From there, we help you set up a kickoff call, and from there, you take it with your small business owner, and you take it from there. You set up what are the best ways to work together, how often you want to work together, how are you going to communicate, etc. So I always call this the highest ROI on volunteering, and ROI being return on investment, but also in terms of impact, if you will, because you're giving back what you already do best, what you already know, and you're coordinating this, and you're around your own schedule from your own office or home. We let you and the small business owner shape this in the way that works the best with you. And the result of you guiding a small business owner for, an hour a week or a couple of hours a month can result in them creating an extra job, maintaining a job, which means stability for a family, which is priceless for our community. So it's a really high impact. We're very flexible, not intense effort on your side, because you're doing what you already do best, but it's super valuable for others. It's, sharing your skills. So I want to tell you about a success story. I want to tell about Joanna. Joanna Terry from Super Soups works out of Emerville here in the Bay Area in California. And we paired her with an advisor that helped her initially with just general strategy, but little by little, she started building her own mini advisory board. She worked with her initial advisor, and they realized, you know what, you may need, and now that we've put in this strategy together, you may need a different advisor that has some specific skill set on something like digital marketing and so on. So she has this mini advisory board, and this concept of advisory board is something that we hear venture-backed startups talk about always. But why should it be only accessible to fancy startups? Everyone needs them, So that's what we're trying to facilitate. We're trying to help women, people of color, rural entrepreneurs, immigrant and refugee entrepreneurs, all the folks that have a harder time building these networks are the ones that need it the most. So we're facilitating these relationships. So business professionals like yourselves can help small business owners and help them make markets work for working people. So yeah, I'd love to invite you to join us. The process is super quick, and it's a very rewarding opportunity. And it's a really great connection to real world small businesses. But, don't take my word for it. I'd love for you to hear from Vance. I had the opportunity to sit down with him and ask him a little bit about his business advising experience. Vance Burns II is our business relationship manager at Wells Fargo, and I sat down with him and talked about this. So I'll let you hear it from him. And after that, please, we're sending together with this video a link for you to just join us, fill out a short form to tell us about you, and we'd love to include you in the PCV family and connect you to a small business owner that needs your help. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I'll leave you with Vance now. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Vance, thank you so much for doing this and for taking the time to chat with me and to share your experience with PCV Business Advising. We're so excited to talk with you and to give your fellow Wells Fargo team members an idea of what this program is all about. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for having me. I'm excited to be with you today.
Yay. Thank you. So I wanted to start about, just tell us about you and your work at Wells Fargo. What do you do? Yeah.
Well, currently I've been with Wells Fargo 9 years. I started with Wells Fargo in 2011. Started off as a personal banker in El Cerrito Plaza, which is located, I'm currently in San Francisco, but it's located across the bridge. Mm-hmm. And throughout my journey with Wells Fargo, I had quite a bit of positions through my nine year journey. but business has been a greater portion of that. Currently, I'm a business relationship manager based out of the city of San Francisco. And so that's currently what I do for Wells Fargo. I think what I love most about my role here at Wells Fargo is two things. One, I'm really able to help customers succeed financially, our business customers succeed financially. And two, we have a push and we're always wanting to give back to the community, always willing and wanting to help others come up per se. So that's what I like most.
So that's a great segue to my next question about how, what led you to join our business advising program? How did that come about? What inspired you?
Great question, actually. Great question. Business owners, I truly believe they are good and great at what their gift is. Whether it's a doctor, a dentist, it's also a doctor, lawyer, graphic artist, whatever it is, they are phenomenal at that one thing. I also believe that no man, no woman is an island. You need a team. You need a team to help you get there. You need resources to help you get there. Unfortunately, some people don't have the money to pay for those resources or pay for that help. And so what really attracted me to Pacific Community Ventures is the ability to come alongside someone who's passionate about their business, that wants to see their business grow, but they need a little helping hand. They need a little advice. And so that's what really attracted me to Pacific Community Ventures. Giving me an opportunity to lend a hand, to just say, hey, here, I don't want any money from you.
Yeah.
I just want to help you reach your goals. And I think, to be able to give an entrepreneur, a business owner, a chance just to exhale and say, this is not one more thing I have to worry about.
Yeah.
I just think it's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal.
Oh, awesome. And I just want to take the opportunity to say we're so thankful for you sharing your expertise and your skill set with our community. It's thanks to our awesome community of advisors like you that we're able to support so many small business owners that then create jobs and that way help their communities thrive. So we're very excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I would love to hear a little bit about the small business owner you were matched with and the business in general that they do, and about the person who runs the business.
Absolutely. So I was matched through my relationship manager, Daniel. He matched me with Tierra Mitchell Photography, who is a business owner in Oakland, California, which is right across the bridge. That has just been a phenomenal experience. She's passionate about what she does. She's passionate about photography. She does a lot of photography for women who are expecting children, and she has a passion about community and giving back. And she's just a phenomenal person. As I give back to community through Pacific Community Ventures, she's looking to give back to her community as well. So she does photography, and like I said, she's passionate about what she does, and that experience has just been. It's been great. We connect, we talk. She asks me questions. One thing about volunteering is I love it, but it also challenges you.
Yeah.
it even causes you to think outside the box, which makes you better at what you do.
Absolutely.
So we have a very great partnership, and kudos to Daniel. I think it was a how do you say? I think it was a strategic.
Nice.
I think it was a strategic plan that he had and how he matched us. And so I get her, she gets me. And the exciting thing is for her to say, I'm helping more customers. I'm seeing more clients. I'm making more money than I have made it before. But
nice.
she loves her business and she wants it to grow. And I want to see her succeed.
Yeah. Oh, that's so neat to hear. I love it. Thank you. So can you share a little bit about the specific projects or initiatives that you've embarked on together? What type of help have you been providing her, or like what type of guidance have you been giving her in your time together?
Right. So we talk about, so here's the thing, I kind of want to, when I volunteer and I talk to a small business owner or an entrepreneur, one of the things I love about Wells Fargo is that we have a wealth of resources. We have a wealth of resources. And so my goal as, an advisor is not to point a business owner in the direction that I feel as though they should go. But one of my goals is to really understand where they want to go, their vision for their company, what drives them, what do they see their self as in regards to their business in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. What is the, as we call it, the BHAG, the big, hairy, audacious goal? What is the goal? How can I help you? And so, I'm here to help solve problems. So regardless of how big their company is, whether they're making $200 a year, $200,000 a year, or $20 million a year, my goal is to help them overcome obstacles and help them overcome problems. And so one of our first initial conversations, we got to know each other, but what is your problem? Yeah. Tell me what your problems are. What are you having? I want to know what grinds your gears. I want to know what keeps you up at night. I want to know what stresses you out. And because if you're stressed, you don't have the creativity that you need to have to grow your business and help your customers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So share with me. And so we talked about budgeting. We talked about we talked about marketing. We talked about talking to more clients, reaching out to the clients that she serviced in the past, getting those clients back. They need more photos, whatever that is. I think the point that I'm trying to really arrive at here is my goal is really to help them overcome whatever obstacle. And again, Wells Fargo, going back to what I was saying, we have a wealth of resources. So there's a lot of things that I may not know. I'm the first person to tell you, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I have resources available. I have people I can call. I have people that I can bring on board and say, hey, we have a person who is in need of this. Help me out. Because my goal is not to have the answer from me per se. My goal is to provide the right answer to help her thrive.
Yes, and that's something that we're so excited about, it opening all of this wealth of resources to our entire small business community, and that's what we're so excited to make it available and have a very high impact. Which actually leads me to the next question. Do you feel that the return on investment impact-wise that you put into this volunteering was high? Because I always comment on this, like this type of volunteer is something that you can do, from your office on your own time, and it's the area of expertise you already have. So I feel like there's a very great opportunity to have a really big impact with a relatively low effort from you, and not that it isn't, a real effort that you put in, but it's not like you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to the soup kitchen,
Yeah.
So I would love to hear a little bit more about your experience in terms of the impact that you feel like you've given to your community through your volunteering.
I think through this specific experience, we have 3 individuals in this whole system. We have 3 people that want to be here. I want to do it. And the reason why I want to do it, I think it's valuable when you're able to give back. I don't want to give back just to say that I gave back. But I have a passion towards the business owners. The reason is my dad, he owns his own construction company, and he's phenomenal. My dad is phenomenal. I know we're recording, so hopefully you don't blast this on social media. But my dad is phenomenal at what he does. He's phenomenal at what he does. And I remember a conversation we had 2 years ago, and I was like, he's like, a client of mine sent me a text. How do I reply to a text? I'm like, Dad, it's 2019. You don't know, 2020, but you don't know how to send a text. But he's phenomenal at what he does.
Yeah.
When it comes to the technical stuff, there's a struggle, and so that's where that passion really arrived from. Like, man, he's stressing out 2 hours of a text when he's doing all this other phenomenal stuff on the other side. And so so that's where my passion came from. Then you have Daniel who connected us. He's passionate, That's why, whoever hired Daniel, give him a pat on the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Because because he really gets it, and it's not something where this is my job description. This is what I have to do. This is something that I want to do. And then you have Tiara Mitchell, and she was. This is not something that she's just checking off. I want my business to grow.
Yes.
So you have me who has the want. You have Daniel who has the want, and you have Tiara that has the want. And then together we collectively decide, what success is. And, as you mentioned when we first started, is that, if business owners are thriving, that means that there's more jobs available.
Yeah.
There's more jobs available,
Yes.
There's more jobs. And so do I believe that there's a return on investment? Absolutely. Do I believe it's worth it? Absolutely. Because I'm making a real difference. I believe I am.
Oh,
I believe I'm making a difference. Yeah.
Awesome. I definitely know that you are too. And our numbers don't lie. We get to track the success and the performance of the businesses that we support, and we see that they're creating jobs, they're growing their revenue, they're maintaining jobs, which is a big deal. And we have seen actually now during this COVID crisis, how many small business owners have been able to keep the doors open while they couldn't open their doors, and many of them were doing. Yeah, and they were able to do it thanks to the support of their business advisors that were helping them set up e-commerce systems, helping them pivot, helping them reopen safely, helping them apply to federal funding, and so on. So it's been a great way to see how advisors like you can help small business owners now that they need it the absolute most. So yeah, exciting times to be an advisor. So I'd love to hear if you would recommend this experience to your Wells Fargo colleagues. Is this something you recommend?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I would. I totally enjoyed this experience. And like I said, it's just been a phenomenal experience on all fronts, as far as a chance to give back. Also, it enhances my creativity and challenges me as an individual. Sometimes when we come to work every day, we get in a routine. And so, when you're helping someone who needs their business to thrive, not, oh, I want my business. No, they need it to thrive.
Yeah.
and it's an awesome responsibility, and it pushes you to think outside of the box. Some of the questions I get asked, and I'm like, hey man, I haven't really thought about that in a long time. But it enhances it helps enhance what I do at the end of the day as a relationship manager for business customers at Wells Fargo. So yes, absolutely, I would recommend it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I feel like I should have closed with that, but I do have one more question. Can you share a little bit?
This must be the hard question.
No. Can you share a little bit about the process? I know it varies a lot from each small business owner and each advisor. They set up their own process, but can you tell us about your own process with your small business owner? Like, do you communicate via text message, via email? Do you have calls? How do you work together?
Yeah, we have calls. We definitely have calls, and we have emails. And after our calls, there's an email just recapping what we discussed and what is the next steps. I think, personally, this is my thing. If we're here to succeed, we want to make sure that we have tangible action items to work on, so that when we come back to hey, this is what I got. What do you have? Okay, what do we need to adjust? What do we need to change so that we can proceed forward? So that's basically my process.
That's awesome.
Simple process.
Yeah. So now that you recommend your fellow Wells Fargo teammates to join, you share a little bit about how you go about it. What would be some of your suggestions or recommendations on for them to be the best advisors they can be?
My recommendation is to, one, have energy. Have energy. I can give people direction all day long on how to do something, but you gotta have the energy. You gotta have the drive. You gotta have the want to do it, right? You gotta have the want to do it. And at the end of the day, here's my $1 million advice. Here's my $1 million advice. Here's my $1 million advice. when you're helping a business owner, it's not about you. It's not about proving what you know. It's not about being the expert. It's about being the help, which means that if I don't have the responsibility to feel like I have to know everything, I'm okay with telling someone I don't know, but I can go get the answer for you.
Yeah.
I'm okay with realizing that I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to go and get the answer for it. So I think that's vital. I think sometimes when it comes to helping small business owners and how business owners and how passionate they are and how they really want to succeed, that sometimes there's pressure, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to give the wrong advice.
Yeah.
Know what you know. It's okay, but also admit what you don't know, and be the person to go find the answer and to come back to the drawing board. So have passion, have energy, have the want to be there, and realize that it is not about you. It is about the business owner. We are here to help them succeed. We are here to receive a phone call from that business owner and say, you know what you said helped me. What you said helped me, gain more customers, hire another employee. It's helping. That's my advice.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there, as
You're
you know,
welcome.
this video is going to go to your colleagues here at Wells Fargo. So is there any other advice or anything else you want to share with them? Any final message? Any final thoughts?
Hold on. One of the vision and values, the vision statement at Wells Fargo is to help our business customers succeed financially. And even in lieu of the partnership with Pacific Community Ventures, that vision doesn't change. We're here to understand our customers, or understand the people that we're working with, their business, what they're passionate about, and to help them succeed financially through their business. So that's my final advice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us, and also for everything you're doing for our community. We couldn't thank you enough, and we hope to continue seeing you in the platform.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you.